you need to sell this FANG stock. So what am I talking about? Well, if you're familiar with the term FANG and investing, FANG can stand for FANG, for leading technology companies, Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, Google, or FANG can also be spelled FAANG, which would be Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Netflix, Google. Well, I believe one of these stocks do not belong in this group of four, and it should be removed because I believe this company, the trouble that they're having is just going to accelerate. And what company am I talking about? I am talking about Facebook. Right now, Facebook is facing a lot of controversy for their Cambridge Analytica scandal. Mark Zuckerberg's seemingly unwillingness to understand the seriousness of his customers' privacy, and the fact that Facebook's entire business model is based really on ad revenue coming from low quality advertisers. So why should Facebook be the most vulnerable? Well, if you look at Apple, Amazon, Netflix, and Google, these companies have huge moats and huge abilities to innovate. Now, it's funny, I recently just saw this article about Elon Musk and Warren Buffett talking about Warren Buffett believes that one of the most important things you should have in a company is a moat, some sort of a competitive advantage. And Elon Musk argued, well, you don't need a moat. What you need is innovation. Well, if you look at Apple, Amazon, Netflix, and Google, they have both a moat and they have innovation. You look at Amazon, they have a moat because they continue to expand products and services, which makes it impossible for another e-commerce company to come in and directly compete with Amazon. But they also continue to innovate. They create products like the Fire, the Kindle Fire. They create Alexa. They're doing innovations with voice. That's their innovation part. And then their expansion part is buying companies like Whole Foods, buying physical, a physical presence. They're doing both. Apple does the same thing. They're always creating new products, and they're coming out with a new iPhone, it seems, every 18 months. But they're also creating a moat by creating all these Apple stores, so you can physically go to these stores. Unlike really Samsung, Microsoft tries opening the stores, but they look like a bootleg Apple store. So they have both innovation and a moat. Really, Facebook, the only thing Facebook really has is a moat, which is they try to buy other emerging social media, social networking companies, but they really don't innovate. If you look at Facebook, they've tried to create Facebook Live video, which is just a poor version of YouTube Live, and people are just they're not mentally adapted to watching video on Facebook. If you look at the CEOs of all of the FANG companies, Mark Zuckerberg really seems to be the least, I wouldn't say the least intelligent, but the least adept at being a CEO. He just does not seem to understand the seriousness of the problems the company is facing, and if he were really smart, he would find a really good CEO, and he should just step aside and just be perhaps chairman of the board, but have a CEO handle day-to-day operations. Another problem that Facebook is going to have is that in the United States, companies have a lot more power, but in Europe, they really don't have as much power. And you see a lot of European countries are going to move aggressively against Facebook, and you can see Facebook getting banned in certain European countries because of privacy concerns. In Europe, privacy is taken much more seriously than it is in the United States. And if you see Facebook having these problems in Europe, some politicians, some attorney generals in the United States may be emboldened enough to go after Facebook, and Facebook frankly doesn't have the sort of they don't have the clout that, let's say, Jeff Bezos has with Amazon, and Jeff Bezos owns the Washington Post. Facebook doesn't have that kind of clout, so Mark Zuckerberg is not going to be able to either seduce or intimidate politicians the way a Jeff Bezos can. And for that, I feel that Facebook is going to seriously underperform the other FANG stocks. And I honestly think if you want to have a market-beating basket of tech stocks instead of FANG, you have to just drop the F and just go ANG, A-A-N-G, Apple, Amazon, Netflix, and Google, and that'll probably give you the outperformance that you'll want from these tech innovators. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.